Why do some emotionally aware leaders still struggle to inspire their teams? And why do leaders who understand emotions perfectly sometimes choose exactly the wrong emotional response? Welcome back to Deliberate Leaders. I'm Allison Dunn, and today I'm going to tell you why emotional intelligence isn't enough and what you need instead. I was coaching a CEO who had incredible emotional awareness. She called herself an empath, and she could read any room, understand exactly what people were feeling, and articulate emotions with remarkable precision. Her emotional intelligence was off the charts, but her team was struggling. During a crisis, she remained calm and analytical when they needed confidence and energy. During celebrations, she was measured and thoughtful when they needed enthusiasm and joy. She was emotionally intelligent, but emotionally inflexible. When I observed her leadership style, I discovered something important. She had emotional awareness, but not emotional range. She understood emotions perfectly, but couldn't access the full spectrum of emotional responses when situations required them. That's when I learned the uncomfortable truth. Emotional intelligence without emotional range is like having a toolbox with only one tool. Here's the problem. We've been taught that emotional intelligence means understanding and managing emotions. But managing emotions often means controlling them, limiting them, keeping them consistent. Great leadership requires something different: emotional versatility, the ability to consciously access different emotional states based on what the situation requires, not just what you naturally feel. Think about great actors. They don't just understand emotions. They can embody any emotion authentically when the role requires it. Great leaders need the same skill. Your team doesn't need you to be emotionally consistent. They need you to be emotionally appropriate. Sometimes they need your calm presence. Sometimes they need your infectious energy. Sometimes they need your fierce determination. Emotional range is the ability to consciously choose your emotional state based on what will best serve the people and situation in front of you. Here are 3 strategies to develop emotional range. Strategy 1. The emotional palette assessment. Identify the full range of emotions you can authentically access. Most leaders operate from only 3 to 4 emotional states. Map out your current range, then identify gaps. What emotions do you avoid or struggle to embody? Strategy 2. The situational matching framework. Before entering any leadership interaction, ask, what emotional energy does this situation require? What do these people need to feel from me right now? Then consciously choose to embody that energy. Strategy 3. The emotional rehearsal practice. Just like athletes visualize performance, practice accessing different emotional states. Spend time embodying confidence, curiosity, urgency, or calm. The more you practice, the more authentic these states become when you need them. I worked with a startup founder who was naturally analytical and calm. Great qualities, but terrible for motivating a team that needed to move fast and take risks. His emotional consistency was creating team energy that was too low for their aggressive goals. We developed his emotional range. He learned to access and authentically embody high-energy enthusiasm during team meetings, fierce determination during investor pitches, and confident optimism during client presentations. The result? His team's energy transformed. They started taking bigger risks, moving faster, and achieving goals they'd never thought possible. Same leader, same team, but completely different emotional environment. Here's what emotional range creates: teams that feel what they need to feel to perform at their best, cultures that match the energy required for success, leaders who can inspire any emotional state their organization needs. Like, when you develop emotional range, you don't just understand emotions. You become an emotional catalyst for whatever your team needs to achieve. But here's the key. This isn't about being fake or manipulative. Every emotion in your range must be authentic to you. You're not pretending to feel something. You're choosing which genuine part of yourself to bring forward. Here's your challenge. This week, identify one leadership situation where your natural emotional response isn't serving the outcome you want. practice accessing a different authentic emotional state that would better serve that situation. Remember, your emotional state creates your team's emotional environment, and their emotional environment determines their performance potential. Stop being emotionally limited and start being emotionally versatile. Stop managing emotions and start orchestrating them. The best leaders aren't just emotionally intelligent, they're emotionally dynamic. That's a wrap for today's episode of Deliberate Leaders. Great leaders don't just understand emotions, they master them. Until next time, keep thinking boldly, leading deliberately, and expanding your emotional range.